Hey, Bolt Nation, students, Mr. Luther here, wanted to check in with you, see how everybody's doing. I know it's been a really rough few weeks, and I just want you to know that myself and the teachers and everybody at school are missing you, and we are here for you. Um, we are all going through this together, and at this time, I just want to give you a message that right now, all we can do is control the controllables. And I know you probably heard me say that before. Right now, things seem like they're not in control for us, but there are a lot of things that we can still control every day. We can control our attitude, we can control our kindness, we can control how we're dealing with our family, we can control reaching out to friends. This time, we hear it's going to be a really rough week, not just across the country, but possibly in our state as well. And we just want you to be healthy, both physically and mentally. Be there for your friends and family. I have a couple announcements I wanted to give everybody and get that out and let you know that we are thinking about you and trying to have a plan. We're talking almost every day with staff and administration. So, a couple things that I want to make sure I'm running by you, a couple for our seniors. I know seniors, I sent you an email, and I can promise you not a day goes by that I'm not thinking about you guys and just what this has meant to you in the end of your senior year. And um, I know we're going to come out stronger on this. But right now, it can be tough. Every day can be really tough. But I want you to know we're working, trying to work things out for you and let you know that we're thinking about you during this tough time. First of all, graduation. So graduation is set for May 17th. If things work out and we can get back into school, we obviously are going to have graduation just like we had planned on May 17th. But I want you to know we have a couple other dates in mind just in case things get pushed back a little bit. But we know how important graduation is. We want you to walk that stage. We want you to get that diploma. We want you to have your moment in the spotlight and to reward you for a lot of unbelievably awesome things you've done for Baxter and for the Bolts. So our next date that we're looking at is June 27th. It's a Saturday. And if we can't get back and go in May, we will do this thing in June. And just so you know, if it trickles even a little bit longer, we have a date planned of August 8th. That's also a Saturday. And our plan is somehow, some way to actually go through a graduation ceremony and have you experience that before you move off onto college or the workforce or military or whatever you're planning on doing. So we feel like we have a plan for graduation. We will keep communicating with you constantly. Know that all you need to do is reach out at any time for myself or Mr. D, Mr. Vaughn, Angie. We're all here if you have any questions at all. The second is prom. We are not canceling prom. We want to have prom. Obviously, our date in April is going to have to be postponed. We will not be back in school. But we do have two dates on the calendar for you, at least to circle and let family and friends know both about graduation and prom. The first one is Saturday, June 20th. So, again, that's our plan that we have that on the calendar for Saturday, June 20th. And then if that one doesn't work, we're going to shoot for Wednesday, July 22nd. So we can still get the facility. In the summer, it won't matter that it's during the week, but we wanted to have another date after June to get into July and at least know that those things are on the calendar to share with you and your family and know they are important to us. Probably not quite as important as they are to our seniors, and we want to honor you guys. A couple other things that I want to make sure you know that are on our radar and we haven't forgotten about is National Honor Society. Some of you have applied to be a National Honor Society. We're going full forward on that, having teachers look at the applications. Mr. D will be getting back to you. If we get accepted into NHS, we will either do something online and have a ceremony online, or we will just wait and see and do that when we get back into school in the fall. But we're going to let you know if you are National Honor Society inductees. You know that we are on a pass-fail situation. So let me be clear and explain that to everybody. Your grade is your grade as of March 13th. When we went on to spring break, whatever your grade is, that's it. If it was a passing grade, you now have a pass in the class. And if we get back at the beginning of May, that will continue on, but everything will stay pass-fail at this time. Except for our DMAT classes that are concurrent or dual enrolled with Miss Applegate. and Mr. Frowine. So you guys are going to have to stay on top of that. That is mandatory. All the rest is a voluntary basis. But with that said, we really ask that you push yourself and stretch yourself, and the teachers are working hard to get you that academic enrichments and challenges, and we want you to take advantage of that. The DMAC classes are you're going to have to do that to get the DMAC credit. Our classes have ended as far as grades go in March. If we don't get back into school, that will be your grade. So for those of you who were not passing on March 13th, you're definitely going to need to be reaching out to your teachers, find out what assessments you didn't get turned in, what assessments still need to be done to get you to a passing grade, and we will work with you. Mr. D is reaching out to a lot of you, and our teachers will begin reaching out pretty heavily this week as well, especially to those who have not reached a passing grade in those classes. A couple other little things: senior exit interviews. We know those are extremely important to Baxter, to our teachers, our administration, our school board. We are going to put something out for students that want to do senior exit interviews. We want to be there for you, listen to you, interview you, get feedback from you. So we'll be reaching out to the seniors and give you an idea or a template of what that senior exit interview could entail, and find out how many of you want to continue on with that. We want to give you every opportunity that you normally would have, and just try to find a solution if we can. The orientations for 6th grade and 9th grade orientation, Mr. D and I are working through that. We will do that also online, put out a video. You can tell the theme is we're going to try to keep a crazy situation as normal as possible. We're going to try to control the things we can control. There's things out of our control, but every day we have things in our control, and we want to do everything we can with that. I think that a quote by Martin Luther King Jr., especially his assassination anniversary was a day or two ago. It says, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving. So at this time, when you can get so bogged down with all the other things, you have to find things, new things. You have to keep creating. You have to keep problem solving. You have to have friends. You have to reach out. You have to be physically fit. Those are things you're going to have to continue to do while we're in this crisis. Please follow the social distancing guidelines and other things that are getting put out by our governor or the national government and the president. Everything we can do to battle this. We're all in this together. We just don't want anybody feeling on the outside. So do some work, do some academic work. Be social with your friends the best you can, but know that we will come out this side stronger. Difficulties, hardships, and challenges cause some people to break, others to break records. And our best is still to come at Bolt Nation. And I can promise you we will get through this thing together, and we will be stronger for it. So hang in there. We're here for you.